I'm Candace.
And I'm Ripley.
And this is Comicsplaining,
the show where you have no idea the lengths we've gone to be able to record this tonight. We got our new mixer, we got our new mics, so hopefully if you're hearing this, we're sounding really good.
We're still kind of figuring out the mixing situation.
Yeah, working out some kinks in the I don't know how to mix.
It's a learning process. Probably our next recording session will be better.
That is indeed the hope. So...
But for now, it should at least be an improvement over what it was before.
Yes. Hopefully. It sounded better when we played it over the speakers. Mm-hmm. We just gotta run it through a couple passes of noise reduction. Hey, this isn't a sincere request. If anyone out there knows anything about audio mixing, please email us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do something, I don't know, take a Skillshare course or something, but...
There's so many knobs on this motherfucker.
Oh my god, I barely know what to do with the knobs. Anyway, I guess we should probably get to business here. We're back on the X-Men this week, and our first issue this week is X-Men 62 from September of 1969. Written by Roy Thomas, penciled by Neil Adams, inked by Tom Palmer, and letters by Sam Rosen. Now, what happened last time?
That's a very good question. What happened last time was there was a man.
That's true.
They took Alex to a doctor, but the doctor was an energy vampire because he got scratched by a dinosaur.
That's all true.
And he used his medical practice to eat people. And
their energy, not people themselves.
No, he eats people. And he's
not a cannibal. Kind of.
He ate Alex and
He didn't eat Alex. He didn't eat Alex, just like the Pharaoh. He just gave Alex the sock.
He gave Alex the good sock. And he turned into a pterodactyl or a pterodon. One of those. Are you okay?
I was drinking water, yeah. That's all true.
I'm not even saying any funny, I'm just stating facts.
Why are you blinking? You get to blink? I don't blink. Sound equipment fun.
You do blink.
I blink?
Your eyes.
Doll.
That's not cute, it's just a thing that everyone does.
It's entirely true.
It's a basic human function.
Okay, so he gave Alex the good suck.
And he turned into a pterodactyl. Or
yes.
A pterodon. We didn't figure out which one.
It's pterodon.
Okay. Did you look that up?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said it in the issue, but I looked up what the difference was. Pterodons are bigger but don't have teeth.
Right.
I think.
Okay. And then he decided to name himself after Sauron. And then he decided that he's gonna be evil now that he's a dinosaur.
That's true.
So he went out and did some crimes. And then Angel saw it on the news and he got really mad because they were blaming it on a mutant, and Angel said his feathers were ruffled. So he went out to go do something about it, and the other X-Men followed him because
he's an idiot.
He's dumb. And Angel fought the dinosaur man, and the other X-Men also came and helped. He lost his dinosaur juice, but he managed to hypnotize Angel. Yeah, why does him being a dinosaur mean he can hypnotize people?
It's a great question. I couldn't answer it for you.
Anyway, he hypnotized Angel to take him back to his office, and then there was God, so much happened. There was a soap opera because he was in love with his, I guess, foster father's daughter.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
Because that's how he got his dinosaur energy vampire powers, as they were in the South Pole, and with his dad and his dad's friend and his dad's friend's daughter, who was an infant. And
she wasn't.
And she got lost in a cave, and he found her and had to fight off dinosaurs, and that's how he became an energy vampire. And then his dad died at some point off screen. And the other guy took him in for saving his daughter, but he was still a shithead. And he said that what was his name?
Dr. Anderson.
Was the
Carl?
What's his name? Carl?
Carl Lycos?
Okay. He said that Carl couldn't marry his daughter because he's poor, which, like, you're his foster father. At this point, that's your fault.
Right.
Anyway, I got distracted and forgot where I was. All right, the soap opera.
Yep.
Because she wanted to marry him, but he said no because her dad was a shithead. And then her dad came up and was like, no, I'm a shithead. And then they all left. And then Carl went to X-Mansion and he gave the suck to several people. And turned into a dinosaur man again, and then went to go kill his foster father. But then stopped at the last minute and then fled back to the South Pole to die. But the girl went to go find him, and the X-Men were with her, and he ran away and fell off a cliff.
That's true.
That took really long. That I honestly didn't register how much shit happened in the last episode.
Yeah, they go through this shit pretty solid in this run. Action-packed. Well, you got it right. So our heroes are down at the South Pole, just shy of the South Pole, whatever, around the South Pole. We open on Angel fleeing from more pteranodons.
The pteranodon is puking him out.
Or something like that.
It's not. It just looks like that because of the perspective.
Yeah. He's still very shaken from his encounter with Sauron and very distressed about his current situation.
He's still wearing his old costume.
Yeah, he is still wearing his old costume. Well, he didn't really have time to change, and we're gonna get to that. At no point does he seem to have this situation under control, and it gets worse from there, as one of the pterosaurs catches him heavy in the face. Seeing stars and fighting for his very consciousness, Angel plummets down towards the ground of the crevasse he seems to have been fighting these pteranodons in.
Oh no, now Angel's gonna be an energy vampire. Oh no!
I don't think he fought enough dinosaurs to turn into an energy vampire.
Is that how it works? You have to fight a certain number of them?
I have no idea
how many? 5 at once?
Yeah.
If you fight 5 dinosaurs at once, you'll turn into an energy vampire.
Yeah. So go try that out, listeners.
That's fucking insane.
I don't know how it works. In his haze, Angel thinks back to what led up to this moment. Sometime after Sauron had his snack on Lorna, Alex, and Warren, he awoke, finally out of his funk enough to act. Lorna and Alex untie him as they explain that the X-Men went up to the city to see Dr. Lycos, but Warren actually knows the truth about the Doctor, and by that reading, it means his friends are in danger. He soars off into the city to the doctor's office, but he's one step behind his friends, as they're not there. And further, when he manages to find his way to Dr. Anderson's hotel room, he's still just a moment too late. His friends are no longer there. But who is there is an enraged and fearful Dr. Anderson, desperately searching for his daughter once more. When he sees a winged figure at the window, he leaps out by instinct, attempting to attack who he thinks is Sauron, but after a moment he comes to his senses, instead just mournfully holding his head in his hands as he relays his fears of Tanya's destination and fate. Again, Angel has to do a little more investigating, and he searches through Dr. Lycos' office for a clue when he stumbles on Carl's childhood journal. With a possible destination in mind, he takes wing to Tierra del Fuego, yet again just a step behind. But he does find Tanya, her heart still heavy in the wake of Carl's death. She points off in the direction where Warren's friends search for Lycos' body. Angel begins to search the chasm Tanya directed him to when the pteranodons set upon him. Exhausted from his flight, he's hard set upon to fight them. Still out of it from the strike, Warren feels the rigid air soon turn warm. He tries to break his fall, but he hits the ground hard and lays still. After a time, some sort of being finds him. The spotted animal directs his creator in the direction of the fallen mutant, and said creator comes to call. He's an older man in an orange jumpsuit, with a gun and some sort of metal gauntlets on his hands. I'm not sure if there's a better word for them, but gauntlets is just going to have to do. He names our little green friend as Amphibious and shakes his head in dismay, proclaiming Angel to be dead. Even though Angel is dead, the creator orders Amphibious to bring the young man's body back with them. We turn from that sad but slightly sinister scene to something a bit more straightforward. The X-Men fighting a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or at least fleeing from a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Hang on. Am I insane? Have we not done the Savage Lands before?
We have done the Savage Land before.
Okay, why are they so confused by this situation then?
That's a very good question. Short memory.
Okay. I just had to
Maybe
check.
Roy forgot.
Yeah, could be.
So yeah, Cyclops finally gets enough space to fire off a blast, catching the dinosaur in the mouth just moments before someone catches him by the waist from above, scooping him up and throwing him at the friends of his feet. The X-Men recognize Ka-Zar almost immediately from their previous adventures in the Savage Land, which apparently runs far further north than they'd previously thought. Ka-Zar snaps that they must be silent, but Iceman runs his mouth and freezes Ka-Zar's pointing hand. Predictably, given Ka-Zar's quick temper, that doesn't go over well, and he gives Bobby one hell of a backhand for it. Beast then jumps into the scrap to defend his little friend, but when Zabu pins the young man with a giant paw, the fight is decidedly over. With the X-Men now shut the fuck up, Ka-Zar dashes back off into the jungle. God, I wish I could be Ka-Zar when people are being loud sometimes.
Just punch people?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would probably be effective.
I mean,
if you punch him good enough.
Possibly. How good can you punch?
Not very.
Well, then, I think you have your answer.
Well, that's why I want to be Ka-Zar, because Ka-Zar can punch great.
He's beefy.
He is. But yeah, so the X-Men follow at a distance, watching Ka-Zar crouching silently in a tree as he watches intently down at something below. We find a group that Ka-Zar's thoughts identify as the Swamp Savages, carrying along a captive from the Water Tribe along on a pole.
Water Tribe? There's fucking benders in here?
I mean, weren't there benders at the South Pole?
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes perfect sense!
Oh my god.
It's all been the same universe all along!
Holy shit, Katara's here.
Holy shit. Well, probably not. She's probably either many years dead or many years future.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's
not the first time that this has happened recently, and Ka-Zar is not a fan. So he jumps down from the trees and into action, striking at the Swamp Savages. He knocks the lot of them pretty quickly out of the fight, but their leader manages to catch Ka-Zar's eyes with the challenge. The world begins to spin around Ka-Zar, and he eventually collapses. This would be a pretty good get for the Swamp Men, and they move in for the kill, but the watching X-Men aren't just going to let this come to pass. Cyclops gives the order to attack, and the X-Men leap to Ka-Zar's defense before the Swamp Men can land the killing blow. Elsewhere, the creator sits in his lab, looking at the Angel lying still in a cryogenic unit. We find out that Warren wasn't actually dead, but barely clinging to life.
What? I'm so surprised.
I know, right?
That he didn't die in this random issue.
Shocking. The creator's efforts seem to have worked so far, and he continues his efforts to restore the young man to life. His other creations stand huddled up behind him, watching as the creator works his magic on young Mr. Worthington. They remark on his having provided Angel with a new costume, as well as on his gauntlets, which are apparently some sort of support structure for some weakness in his arms. Finally, Warren's eyes begin to flutter open, and the young man would seem to be good as new, and he finally emerges from his sleep and gets to his feet. Thank God there's finally someone around who can dress this boy in a decent costume.
I was about to say, I think this was just an excuse to give Warren a new outfit, and I support it, because this outfit is so much better than his previous two.
So much better. I really like this outfit. I like the version of it that is red instead of blue, but that's a good one too. But even as both they and we sit in relief, it's short-lived. The earlier leader of the group of swamp men dashes through the door, now identified as Equilibrius, and he shouts for his master. He relays his tale of his proper trouncing by the X-Men, though he doesn't name them as such. Even though he just described them as 4 others with powers, the creator immediately pegs them as the X-Men, and not in a pleased way. Warren tries to reassure him that so long as he's on the up and up, there's not going to be a problem with the X-Men, but apparently the creator can't bear the fight coming his way, supposedly of Ka-Zar misleading the X-Men to the true situation. Angel tries to bring the heat down in the room, offering to even help the creator against his friends so long as he can prove what's going on.
There's a man riding a chocobo.
Back with the Swamp Men, the fight is now wrapped up, as evidenced by man on said chocobo, though Ka-Zar lets the last of them flee. He ushers the X-Men to leave the savage land, hot on the fleeing Swampman's trail, assumedly to follow him back to his headquarters. The X-Men, despite Ka-Zar's warning, follow behind. Ka-Zar, apparently having come to the realization that the X-Men aren't going to be run off, draws their attention to the sound of flute music, supposedly created by a man known as the Piper, declaring that, when he makes music, death and destruction are his dread refrain.
That's
really over the top.
Yeah. Ka-Zar is surprisingly verbose for living in a jungle in the South Pole.
I don't remember him being this verbose
I don't
last
remember
time,
that either. No.
But I support it. It's more interesting than just caveman speak.
Unga bunga.
Yeah. And much more pleasant to read, I may add. That doesn't seem to explain much of anything until the surface of the swamp waters are breached by some sort of giant monster. It kind of looks like a giant red eel, but with like a dinosaur head instead. And it quickly surrounds the X-Men in its coils, even as Ka-Zar seems to continue on his crabby way. It's taking blasts from both Iceman and Cyclops without even so much as a shrug. But it seems Ka-Zar didn't actually leave them in the lurch. The swamp monster will continue its attack until the music stops, and that's his goal. We find that he's climbed atop of a rocky nook where the Piper placidly plays his pipe flute. Suddenly, Ka-Zar jerks him up by the head to break at the very least his flute, leaving the Piper in a heap on the ground, so he may very well have broken the Piper, too. Not spelled out clearly. So the whole radiation causes mutant things pops up briefly here, but is not dwelled on, as the creator explains that there are mutants in the Savage Land here too, and the creator has been bringing them here to save and train them. Angel reckons this as being pretty close to Professor X's goals, as the creator explains that Ka-Zar would seek to destroy his work. He names several of his rescued mutants: Gaza, a blind man who can also see somehow, though just how is not explained yet; Amphibious, who we've already met, just a frog dude; Lupo, who apparently has a connection with beasts, not spelled out, really. I mean, if I had to guess, it's something like animal control or empathy or something of the like. Brainchild, who has a computer-like mind and the emotions of an infant, which I'm also not sure what the fuck that means, but
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, I don't understand it, frankly. And last but not least, the Piper, though he's not here.
Brainchild has a knife.
Brainchild does have a knife. I don't think that's even the only weapon Brainchild has had. Brainchild just weapons. Angel is sold on the creator's vision. He takes to the skies to explain the situation to his friends, hopefully averting a confrontation before it gets a chance to kick off. The creator watches with a smile and darker intentions than he'd voiced to the angel. His plot to conquer the world is apparently well underway and mere moments away from success. Had Angel been sharper in noticing that the creator knew who the X-Men were, he might have been a little more suspicious of him, as we finally learn the creator's identity. He's none other than Magneto!
I was literally just thinking, this motherfucker is Magneto.
This motherfucker is indeed Magneto.
I was literally just thinking that, and I thought about saying it, but I didn't say it, and now people are going to think that I'm lying about knowing that was going to happen, but I knew.
It's not a huge surprise, though, because he's like a well-known dude with white hair.
Yeah.
And is associated with the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows who the X-Men are.
He does.
It's not a far cry, and the metal gauntlets are very attention-grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
So, fair call. We move on to X-Men number 63 from October of 1969. Written by Roy Thomas, penciled by Neil Adams, inked by Tom Palmer, and lettered by Sam Rosen.
Nice.
Magneto gloats over what he's wrought, Angel flying to ward off his buddies, all while protecting him in his hour of triumph.
Wow, Magneto gave Angel a new outfit.
Magneto was sick of looking at this boy unable to dress himself. We find that Magneto is yet again on his bullshit, making mutants rather than finding them out among the Savage Land, which I hate and have always hated, and I'm glad when he eventually stops doing this shit, but okay. It's just something that Silver Age Magneto do this shit. Meanwhile, the X-Men spot their flying friend high above. They're not entirely sure what to make of it. They're pleased to see him, but he shouldn't be here. And further, he hasn't greeted them while he's flown at them. Ka-Zar, though, he's not just going to sit around waiting for whatever the Angel has in store. He's a man of action, and he rips a sapling in two, using it to bat the young man out of the sky. He demands information on the other mutates, but the X-Men finally intercede, now that they're sure that it's Angel. Ka-Zar then stomps back off into the jungle, even as Warren calls for him to stop. Bobby helps his friend to his feet, and Angel gives us a quick recap of what happened last issue. Nothing all that exciting. The X-Men, now also on the Creator's side, ready to make after Ka-Zar when the Creator's own suddenly pop up in his path. Ka-Zar slams a fist into Ka-Zar's face, knocking him back. Well, despite the fact that they want Ka-Zar to stop, they're not gonna just let Ka-Zar continue beating on him like that, so Iceman and Beast knock Ka-Zar back, but then comes another, Amphibious, pouncing on the Beast himself. Now that we know the Creator is Magneto, it should come as no surprise that neither are the mutates as innocent as they seem. Though I think that's dumb. If he's just mutating random people, he just mutated them and they're suddenly evil? Sure.
This man is just straight up a frog, huh?
He's just straight up a frog.
It's just a big-ass frog.
He's just a really big frog that can stand up a little more like a dude, because he got long legs. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're evil and totally on board. Whatever. I don't care. Angel feels shocked and betrayed, and Ka-Zar and the X-Men are once more aligned as the Swamp Men rally against them, rushing in head-to-head. Ka-Zar and Beast are quick to leap into the fight, a flurry of blows between the pair. Suddenly comes Barbarous, who thinks that having 4 arms is a really huge advantage. I can kind of see where he's going with it, being able to both hold and punch Beast, but I don't think it's nearly as impressive as he does. Angel is furious over having been misled and used like this, so he flies off into the fortress himself, ready to give the Creator what for. When he touches down in the castle, there's no one about. Not too surprising, since most of them are out fighting, but where is the Creator? He hears voices and creeps in to overhear he and Brainchild talking about how Magneto is making mutants out of the captured Savage Landers. Now, since this is Angel, he doesn't do anything smart, like rush off to let his friends know what's going on. No, he just bursts right in, pissed off and ready to rumble.
I love that this is, like, a characteristic that the writers all know that he has, and they never back off of it.
Right.
It's
you
great.
see other people a little more inconsistent. Angel is just impulsive and emotional.
Yep.
And I love him. Well, Magneto, ever the drama queen, decides it's time to make the reveal of his identity, which was entirely not necessary, but okay. He then explains his survival. Apparently, when he was cast into the sea, he used his powers to punch a hole down through the seafloor, where he found himself in an underground cave. He searched and explored, and when he finally found sunlight, he emerged into the Savage Land, and decided, first the Savage Land, then the world! Suddenly, from the other side of Magneto's lap, there's a glowing sphere of light. Outside, Beast and Ka-Zar are now battle buddies, verbally patting one another on the back for how good they are at fighting. The Swamp Men momentarily routed, they finally have a chance to stop the Creator. Quickly, they close the gap to the fortress on an ice slide. Cyclops blasts down the door, but on the other side there are more opponents waiting for them. It's Lupo, and he calls forth a whole pack of wolves who leap at the X-Men, snarling and biting. Before they even get a chance, though, Ka-Zar unleashes Zabu on the wolves, and they run right off with no plan to fuck around and find out. Now inside the walls, they find the fortress oddly empty. They close their way into the stronghold, blasting through that door as well. Brainchild and Amphibious watch from the shadows as the other X-Men approach, and Brainchild advises Amphibious of the location of the keystone that will send the walls toppling down on the X-Men. Amphibious acts on the information, and he sends stones showering down upon the X-Men. Bobby tries to shield them, but it's really Jean who gets the job done. And now Amphibious is exposed and quickly nabbed by Beast. Brainchild throws a hammer at the bunch, but Sight gets off a good shot to pretty much turn the thing to powder. Told you, Brainchild just has weapons. Armor to the teeth. With a good snowball to the noggin, Brainchild is down, which makes me think Bobby's playing dirty and making ice balls. Hank demands Amphibious lead them to the Creator, but he doesn't have to. Drama Queen Supreme Magneto swings the metal doors open with his powers, exposing himself.
Oh my god.
Revealing himself, not exposing himself.
Those are very different things. Oh my god.
Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big cock.
He's also posing and his cape is fluttering and he's saying, Magneto!
He's so dramatic. I love it. I love that even though he's totally different from, like, Silver Age Magneto, he's always the drama queen.
Mm-hmm. I think one time before you hypothesized that he has, like, special metal plates in the bottom of his cape to make it flutter whenever he wants. And I definitely support that theory.
I love that.
Or, like, ball bearings or something.
It sounds so theatrical and so like him. So he's revealed himself. And then they spot Angel, silent and placid at Magneto's side. They're ready to jump into this thing when suddenly from the other side of the room comes a song. A beautiful woman is the one singing her song and emitting a radiant glow. Magneto introduces her as Lorelei, the newest of his mutates.
Now, sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
There's also a Lorelei in Thor comics.
Okay.
So, just so you know, people, this is a different person.
Are they similar?
No.
Okay. No, this is Lorelei, Magneto's newest mutate, which he calls Neo-Mutants, but I don't think that sticks, and that's why I'm calling them mutates. I don't know. Mm-hmm. The X-Men, too, stand entranced at Lorelei's beauty. Well, the X-Men do, but apparently her sway only works on men, which is really eye-rolly, but whatever, it's the 60s.
Straight people.
Telling you, man. But Marvel Girl is not going to stand for this. Magneto threatens her destruction with his ability to create a whole army of mutates to fight her, should she decide to fight him rather than join him. But Jean's not going to have it. With her powers, she begins flinging things around the room, including a torch that she'd set him ablaze with, which is very hardcore. Bafflingly, he escapes this with a jetpack, despite having these weird little capelets hanging down from his shoulder, because he's not wearing a full cape. This time, he's just got his orange jumpsuit and little capelets.
I don't like his outfit.
No. His outfit's been terrible all along. I'm biased because I just think that a yellow jumpsuit or orange jumpsuit or whatever color we want to call this, all one color is a really ugly outfit, and purple doesn't match with any of that. And It's even worse now that you're wearing the helmet.
Yeah, that's mostly what I mean, is like, all of it together is just a bad effect.
Yeah.
Like, he was fine before he put on the helmet and cape, and now that he has them on, it's just like, ugh.
I didn't love it even before that, but I can see
I didn't
where
love
it,
it, but
fine.
It was cohesive.
Right, it made sense. This is just garish. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This is his fighting outfit. I don't understand why you would ever use a jetpack if you have fucking fabric hanging off your back.
He could just use his powers to make the jetpack float and wouldn't have to actually use the jetpack.
You know what? I think I actually did see at some point Magneto actually forms his costume out of metal. Mm-hmm. So maybe that cape isn't actually a cape, but it's metal. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's not catching on fire.
It's like aluminum foil.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't fucking know. it's comics. People fly with jetpacks all the time.
Yeah.
No jetpacks, good way to burn your legs and ass, but whatever. This is taking a lot of energy, though, and Jean is quickly becoming taxed from the fight. With the quick break in the action, Magneto, who again is such a drama queen that he has to continue monologuing on how his natural magnetism was interfering with his delicate experiments, and so he made this weird suit thing that drained off most of his magnetic powers, and that's why he has a gun, which he's assumedly going to shoot Marvel Girl with. Cool. I don't know if the gun, what does the gun fire, because it doesn't look like it's a bullet gun.
It fires other smaller guns.
That makes sense. That doesn't make any sense.
It fires knives.
Oh my god.
It fires smaller guns that fire knives.
Oh, that's perfect. How do the guns fire the little ones?
It's, the anti-force.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the anti-force makes the small guns fire knives.
Yeah.
But the big gun is just when you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously.
That makes perfect sense. Also, I don't know why he's talking about any of this stuff, but okay. So he advances on Marvel Girl, ready to end this fight, when off pops a blast from Cyclops, blasting the gun from his hands. Cyclops stands still, though, and we find out that the hero of the day is Marvel Girl, who used her telekinesis on Scott's visor to just open it up. But she doesn't stop there. She snaps it open full blast, letting Cyclops tear into Magneto's device, blasting his hard work to pieces. Magneto uses the scant ability he has over his powers to hurl the debris at the still entranced X-Men, but they finally snap out of it and dodge out of the way. Now, I say he does it at all of the X-Men because he says he's doing it at all the X-Men, but it looks like he's just throwing it at Scott mostly. The wreckage continues to pour down on Magneto, now too hampered by his own suit to save himself. The X-Men then leave as the lab catches fire. The mutates revert back to their human forms, which is weird, and I don't like it. I always hate it when you just blast a machine and all the bad stuff just stops. Like permanent stuff that just goes back to normal. It's boring. The X-Men watch sadly, deep inside knowing that the mutates are going on to an easier life, and to some degree envying them, which I also don't love. So, that's it for this week. How would you rate the Magneto story?
It was good, except the ending felt a little bit sudden, and Magneto is once again dead forever.
Right, I like how the X-Men aren't gonna, don't check the body.
Right
after he just escaped death. This is the next time they've seen him, in the flesh and not a robot since his death.
You always double tap. It's crucial.
I forget what rule that is in Zombieland.
4 out of 5.
Alright, that's actually a little more generous than me. I'm going 3.5 out of 5. The first half was more solid.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was a little...
well, I gave it an extra point for Angel's new outfit.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, 4 points. 4 stars. 24 upcoming movies and shows Marvel is hiding from fans. Why would they hide them? It makes no sense.
They're obsessed with not releasing spoilers of any kind.
Okay, so...
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot. This is more than I thought. We're going through, this episode is running really short, so we're gonna touch back on what's coming up in the upcoming things. We have Moon Knight on
March.
It'll
3rd.
be out by the time you hear this.
Yeah. How are we feeling about that?
I haven't watched anything about Moon Knight, and I don't like Moon Knight, so...
That's fair.
Bored? Meh. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I'll watch it. I mean, I'm not against watching it. It's just, I find it hard to believe, given that I have no interest in it, that I'm going to take the time to sit down and do it at any point, unless someone makes me.
I'll make you.
Okay.
Whenever you come home, I'll be watching one.
And I'll come home and I'll sit down and I'll be like,
Yep.
Exactly like that.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is coming up
In May.
May 6th.
That still feels so far away.
It feels so far away. It feels like it's been forever since something's come out, and that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because last year it was just like, movie.
Right.
And now it feels really slow.
Mm-hmm. But I'm excited for that one. I think we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
How excited we are for that.
Yeah. I'm also excited for that, and, God, I am excited about Sam Raimi, and I already liked Doctor Strange despite hating Benedict Cumberbatch.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Marvel's coming out on Disney Plus in June 8th, looks like.
I'm trying not to have strong feelings about that until I watch it.
I am not hearing anything about it, so I don't have strong feelings about anything, because we are not a news podcast, and I don't like to follow things. I like to be surprised.
Well, the main thing that would concern me if I was allowing myself to be concerned is the change to her origin and her powers.
Oh, yeah, the fucking with the Inhuman shit.
Because they refuse to acknowledge Inhumans.
Can you blame them?
No.
Why?
Can you tell the listeners why you just did that?
Once I'm able to talk again, maybe. So I never watched Inhumans, but all I ever saw from it was this clip of Black Bolt disintegrating his parents with a war.
You just bumped the mic. Oh, no.
I did not. You can't prove that.
I did. We both did. I did it again. I need to lean away.
So,
anyway.
Why?
So.
We got Thor Love and Thunder coming up.
July
8th. Exactly a month away from Ms. Marvel.
I'm excited about that, even though I hate the God Butcher storyline in the comics. But I'm hoping the movie's going to be really good. I'm really excited for Jane Thor.
Didn't I hear something about Hercules being in this? Or did I not?
You probably heard me
wishing Hercules was
in this. Because I just wish he was. And also because Zeus is going to be in it, confirmed.
Okay.
That got leaked by the actor who's playing Zeus, and I don't remember who that is right now. It's some really big, famous actor that people are gonna be mad at me for forgetting who he is, but I don't know actors. So
look up Zeus. Zeus MCU. That's his name, Zeus MCU.
That's his name.
So who the fuck is... Well, I know who Zeus is, but who is playing Zeus? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe tweeted something about how he was playing Zeus in Thor Love and Thunder, and he wasn't supposed to. But the fact that Zeus is in it gives me hope that our bestest boy will be there as well.
God, I hope Hercules is there. I love Hercules. Y'all know I love Hercules.
I hope Hercules is in it, and I hope they get someone really good for Hercules, because he deserves to have the best actor, and I hope he's not just a one-off character.
Yeah. Imagine if he was... I know he's already taken for DC stuff, but imagine if it was Jason Momoa.
That would be fantastic. He would be perfect.
Right? He's so beefy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's fun.
He's got the look.
He's fun, too.
And I could see him being homoerotic with Chris Hemsworth, so I would support that.
I'm enjoying this vision. There's some kind of Halloween special coming out.
I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that.
I saw it on Wikipedia when I was looking the other day to make sure that I didn't have anything else to catch up on, because I'm finally watching Hawkeye, guys.
Hey, what episode are you on?
I think I'm starting episode 4, so I'm like halfway through.
Okay.
So I'm almost caught up with stuff in time for Moon Knight, and then I'll not be caught up anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. The second Black Panther Wakanda Forever, is coming out November 11th.
I saw something the actress who's playing Riri was seen on set on Wakanda Forever.
Oh, cool. I forgot she was cast.
Mm-hmm. She was cast a while ago.
Okay!
Even though her show isn't coming out for quite a while.
Guardians of the Galaxy is having a holiday special, which I am excited about for reasons that are bad.
You're very, very excited.
I'm thrilled.
The first time I told you about it, you screamed.
Did I? I don't remember hearing about it.
You did.
Oh my god. Guilty pleasure is watching the Star Wars holiday special, and it's so bad. It's so bad. Like 30 minutes of Wookiees just no subtitles.
I mean, judging by the fact that they're parodying it for the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special,
I'm really hoping
I'd say it's
they
a
do
lot of
something with
people's.
that.
I'd say it's a lot of people's guilty pleasure.
I'm really hoping that they touch on that.
She-Hulk is apparently coming out this year.
Yeah, I don't know when. It doesn't say. It doesn't say when the holiday special is, but I'm taking a guess.
Yeah.
And same with the Halloween special. I don't know. When could that be coming out?
Who knows? I bet the Halloween special is going to be more Marvel Zombies shit.
I kind of like the Marvel Zombies What If episode, though.
I still haven't watched What If.
Ha! Now who's behind?
Both of us.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of shit going on beyond that, but that's what's coming up this year. It doesn't seem worth getting into Shang-Chi 2, that doesn't have a date, even doesn't have a year.
What are you thinking of Hawkeye so far?
It's okay. It's not, like, my favorite, but I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. How do you like Kate?
Kate's fun.
I thought Kate was the best part of the show.
She's fun. I have no strong feelings about Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. None of the other shows have really been that way for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show and it's fine.
I mean, yeah, that's about how I feel about it, but you could elucidate more given that we're trying to fill out time in our show.
I know. Echo is cool from what I've seen so far. I don't know much about Echo's comic book stuff, so talking on Echo would make me seem like a noob.
I was happy that they finally gave Clint his disability.
Yes, that I did like. That I liked a lot. That's
great. What did you think of the Captain America musical at the beginning?
Oh my god, that was so cringy. I loved it. That's the kind of shit I love, that this stuff happens in universe, because it would.
Yeah.
Of course it would.
Of course it would.
So, I'm so happy whenever anything like that, or like, if you watch in Spider-Man Homecoming, there's a point where you can see like a poster for the religion of people worshipping as guardians.
Right.
Shit like that just makes my day. We changed our mind, we're gonna talk about it. I'm sorry guys, next one's gonna be a longer one. It was bad timing with how many issues remain before X-Men goes on hiatus, because there was 5.
Oh.
So one had to be the 3 episode, one had to be the 2 episode. I figured the one that was all one story should go together.
Fair enough.
So you'll get a more impressive one next time from me. But let's continue on our march forward in the MCU. There is The Marvels on February 17th of 2023.
I feel meh about that. I mean, I guess it's gonna depend on how good Miss Marvel is.
Yeah.
I do like Monica Rambeau. She was really good.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see her again.
It'll be good to see her again, yeah.
Guardians Volume 3.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love the Guardians movies.
Ant-Man, Quantumania next year.
Yeah, July 28th. I don't know anything about that, but I love the Ant-Man movies also, so they got comedies back to back here.
Mm-hmm. And then the reboot of the X-Men cartoon that we've been watching.
Yeah, we gotta finish it, but that means figuring out days for John.
Secret Invasion, I'm still not sure how they're gonna do that.
Wait and see.
I guess it'll become more clear in the interim.
Yeah.
I am excited for Blade.
You're excited for Blade.
I am excited for Blade because I remember watching the Blade movies when I was a kid, and they were just so cheesy and amazing, and I really hope that it keeps that kind of atmosphere.
That would be cool. I didn't watch the Blade movies until I was well into my 20s, so...
I don't care about Blade as a character. I read Jason Aaron's Avengers, where Blade was one of the Avengers, and every single time Blade was on screen, it was just like, oh my god.
On screen?
Yes. Every time he was on screen because they were filming the comic.
That's how it works, folks!
That is how it works.
Deadpool 3, I have anxiety. I have anxiety.
Yeah.
I do have anxiety, but...
That's true. You also have anger.
Yeah, diagnosed. But I'm, I don't want Fox. Don't make Fox X-Men canon. Don't make Fox X-Men canon. Don't make Fox X-Men canon.
If they do, it can be an alternate universe.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm just worried about what they'll do. I don't think they will. Why would you? But fair. I have the fair. Fantastic Four. I've never seen a Fantastic Four movie I liked. Prove me wrong. I like The Incredibles. That's pretty close, right?
It is pretty close. I don't know. Maybe they'll get it right this time.
Maybe.
Although I don't like the Fantastic Four much in the
No.
comics either, so...
I have a hard time with the Fantastic Four because, one, I hate Reed Richards, and there's a real Father Knows Best vibe that I just... And I like every other member of the Fantastic Four, but his presence is just fucking insufferable. But I don't know how you could make Fantastic Four movie work to me. Email in your thoughts. I want to hear them. Tell me how you make a good Fantastic Four movie, but I just think so much of it's so dated to me that I don't know how you'd do it. My fearing over two movies that I don't care about. I am Groot. I don't know anything about that. Armor Wars. I don't know anything about the comic Armor Wars, so I don't know what that means to me. Ironheart.
Very excited for Ironheart.
No, you're very excited for Ironheart. Echo. Let's see more of Echo. Wakanda series.
Unnamed Wakanda series.
Captain
America
4?
4?
Like Sam Cap?
What?
Is it Sam Cap?
Is it?
I hope so.
Oh,
Well, he is Cap.
he is.
So if you're gonna do a Captain America 4, because Chris Evans is now just an old fart.
Yeah. Yes. That's what happened.
That is what happened.
Chris Evans got hit with the aging beam, and that's why he can't be Cap anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that has happened in the comics before.
Well, yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. Not for anywhere near the same reasons. But still. Loki Season 2! What if Season 2?
Okay.
Okay. Agatha House of Harkness? Like Jack?
God, I wish.
That would be interesting. Spider-Man freshman year.
Whatever the fuck that is.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But
It's gonna be on Disney Plus, so...
I guess if it's Spider-Man freshman year, it would be like college freshman year? Because he did graduate.
I guess?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't want more teenage Spider-Man. Please
No.
let him grow up if we're doing this.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies.
Sing more.
I don't like Marvel Zombies, so
You didn't sing it.
Marvel Zombies.
They suck.
They do. But I'll probably watch it anyway. Because I get bored.
Shang-Chi was good, so I'm good for a second one.
Yeah. I hope it gets a better name than Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, too.
The 10-2 rings.
The 20 rings! Anyway.
This was a riveting ending segment.
Yeah. It was not our best. Don't judge us on this. I couldn't make it longer. I'm right too short.
We were kind of scribbling at the end here just to find something to talk about.
I don't know why I didn't plan for this. I guess we gotta go through the housekeeping. Please don't unsubscribe after this episode. Please subscribe, in fact. Shoot us an email about how to make a good Fantastic Four movie, or if you know anything about sound mixing. We're over at comicsplaining@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, Tumblr, or Twitter if you want to call us out in front of everyone for being bad at this.
Go ahead.
Start a Twitter thread in which you tell us you're wrong and stupid. Reed Richards is very cool, and a Fantastic Four movie would be done well by doing this.
We appreciate the engagement.
We do. I like to argue with people, so, like, if you argue with things that I don't, with things that I say, argue with me! I want to argue with you! If you want to support the show, we are on Patreon, where if you join, even at the lowest tier, you get access to the show a day early, higher tiers, higher rewards, $10 a month, and we'll sing you Nickelback.
We did say that at some point.
We did, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
I'm holding by that promise.
Okay.
There will be no more Nickelback sing-alongs until then.
I was about to say, look at this graph, and then
No.
you said I can't.
No, you're not allowed. We gotta leave.
Okay.
We gotta leave something to the imagination.
Damn.
We've also got a coffee if you want to throw us a few bucks, because we just bought a bunch of new equipment.
It was very expensive. Please send us money.
Yeah.
We did this for you.
We did this for you.
Loyal listeners.
Other ways you can support the show, you could like, subscribe, watch us over on YouTube, and smash the button. So that would be pretty cool of you. If you want to talk to us, we have a Discord group. We put the link in the description to the show every week, so just click that and join on in with us to chat. And again, argue with me about things. Or don't. Show cool things. It'll be cool.
You can talk about comics.
We do talk about comics.
We do.
Oh, I could have talked about how I'm organizing all my comics. That
Yeah.
would have been dumb.
That would have been boring.
That was, right, more boring than reading a list. Rate and review us on your podcatcher of choice. If you're on Spotify, don't forget to rate us 5 stars. Even after this one.
Please.
Yes, please. And that's going to be it for us this week. We'll be back next week with Thor, and we look forward to talking to you then. Bye!
Bye.